Okay, viewers, let's have a look at what's happening in the world of lost AWOL women.
I just got back from a first date with a guy I met online, and I swore off online dating like a year ago, but I just had this feeling I should try again, and it wasn't bad. It was actually...
Okay, so she's gone back on the online dating, guys, because there's no other way of meeting people these days. If you go out to the pubs and clubs and things, it's just going to be a mess of drunkenness and demonized people usually. So she's gone back to the predatory dating sites, and let's see what's happened.
Actually, like, I matched with one guy. I think I'm done with the app because they're all gross. Like, he was a good match and it was a good date. I had a really nice time, great guy. He was cuter than his pictures.
Okay, so she's picked a guy above probably her level. Not a bad looking bird, but don't be deceived by looks. Okay, don't be deceived by looks. You've got to go beyond the looks, viewers, and get underneath the surface. Now, they say, just a clause here, they say meeting people on the dating sites is this and that, but you could go up to someone on the street or somewhere else and say, are you spoken for? And you don't know who that person is until you get under the surface. That's where the meat in the sandwich is, under the surface.
Like, I would go out with him again. I just
Okay, so she said she'd go out with him again, but she probably hasn't heard from him again.
Well, I don't know if it's my age or the fact that I have 3 kids, but I am just so set in my ways now.
Well, that's it. She has told us the problem. If I was sitting with a woman and she said, I am just so set in my ways now, the first thing I would have done is said, right, we've got Botox lips, not interested in that. You're set in your ways, which means you're telling me indirectly that you're stubborn. Not into that.
I feel like there's just like a comfort level to my life now that...
Okay, you're telling me that you're lazy and you don't want to grow and develop characteristically.
I feel like it would take a lot for me to change that, and I would...
Okay, she's saying that it's going to be too much effort if I hook up with you. Right, listen to this, guys. It's too much. This is how the covert female narcissist warns you what you're going to be in for, but we don't listen. She's warning us. This is what... I'm lazy, I'm not going to change, you're going to have to put up with me the way that I am. And if you can't, well, you know, it's going to end up where I am now. I'll be all on my own, you'll go away frustrated.
Love a partner, you know, I would love...
All right, so I've met women, this is fair dinkum, I've met women, right, and you're in the bedroom and you're getting it on. The next thing you got a dog licking your leg. All right, or a dog smelling your ass. I'm just telling you from experience, right? This is the grubbery of these people. They got no boundaries at all, none.
What are my animals doing right now? Like,
right, exactly. So you could be being intimate with her. She takes you home. You're being intimate. You're getting it on, and next thing you've got the dogs all over the bed and goodness knows what. And she looks at you and she goes, "Well, what are my dogs doing here now?" Well, come on.
I would love some companionship, you know.
And then she's gone, and she is gone. See, this is, read under the surface. She's gone and told you all the things that are wrong with her, right, so far, in a dressed up way, right? This justifies their misbehavior if you go on with them, right?
Somebody to share my life with, but it's just like, I feel like I'm a lot. I feel like, can we not? Thank you. I feel like, you know, look at, I've got a zoo. I've got a freaking zoo here. I've got a zoo. I've got
what they don't realize is all the parasites off the animals and everything get in the bed linen and goodness knows what. They're dirty. So she's a dirty, filthy thing in her own right. But again, this is dressed over. What she's doing is she's showing you that a lot of her emotional supply is coming through her pets, right? So if she gets a nose out of joint with you, if she decides that you don't suit her, guess what she'll do? She'll turn to the supply, the emotional supply and feelings and goodies that she gets from her pets and from her children, because I guarantee this woman's got children.
Kids. I have my past. I have my ex-husband.
Right, she's still got the baby daddy floating around. Look at the cheek on her face. You have to take all this into account. You have to wise up, guys. Stay away from these dysfunctional single mothers, because they're getting supply all around them, right? Dysfunctional supply, unhealthy supply, all right? But they'll take that because that's how they've developed. They've developed into these people that believe that dysfunctional supply is enough, right? Is the way that it's supposed to be. So if you come along, right, and you've done the work and your life's in order and everything, you might think, well, I can handle this. You won't handle that. She'll make sure you won't handle that. You won't handle that. You won't handle that, not one iota. No way. You'll wear out. And what she's done, you should play this again, guys. She has shown you, she has told you what you're going to be in for at the narcissistic level. She's going to devalue the relationship through these things. The children, the pets, the ex-husband, the fact that she doesn't want to change. She's going to use all that to narcissize any hope of a relationship that you will have with her, so that she can return to that once she's got her supply off you. That's why you stay away from these serial dysfunctional single mothers.
Have, my dysfunctional family. I have my...
Right. I've got my dysfunctional family. In other words, they're going to come in and stuff everything up, all the flying monkeys. If we get this thing going, they're going to come in and stuff everything up. I'm warning you, right? These are warnings.
My story, my
right,
sobriety.
There's the cat's just wiped its ass across her face. Nah, come on, guys.
Like, I'm not a floaty 18-year-old. I'm like a full-on grown-ass adult with this, like, full life. But mostly,
Do you think this is look, honestly, yes, she is a fully grown-up adult. This is the problem. But she hasn't got a full life. She's got a dysfunctional life.
It's more of like, I don't know if I'm insecure about that. I guess I'm just figuring it out. But I am so set in my ways now. It's like, I love my mornings.
There you go. Now, here we go again. She's warning you. This is the classic covert female narcissistic warning. She's warning you. I'm set in my ways. I'm not going to change. Come on, guys. Wise up a bit.
Evenings. I love the way I eat my own food.
Don't think even the way I eat my food, if it doesn't suit you, that's too bad.
My space. I
want my space. The bang. That's it. Walk away. I love my space. Everybody loves their space. But if you're chucking it out like that, what that means is, once she's got her supply off you, and she wants her space, ta-ta, ta-ta, you're gone, boy. You're gone. And I've seen these covert female narcissists do it to me. And you know what I've done? Bye.
Putting on my makeup alone. So it's like, how does somebody fit into all of that? And
the answer to that is, how does somebody fit into all that? Guys, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. How does somebody fit into that? I'll give you the answer. You don't. You don't. You stay away from it. You don't fit into that. You don't put up with that. You get out of there. You walk away. You go, nah. And you find the right person, because this person has ruined a life.
Their own stuff, if they're a single dad. There's just so much. It takes so much work. Jesse, seriously. And I just don't know.
Okay, so see this. She's looking at the dog going, you're looking at me. Seriously? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I've gone back to these Sheila's places. This is dead set. I've gone back to these Sheila's places. You're getting it on, and the dog's hovering around the bed, and the cats and everything. They don't care. They are not going to change. That's what she's saying. What you see is what you get. There is no change. There is no development. There is no improvement. This is what you're going to get.
Of what it takes. Maybe do any other single moms out there feel this way? Like, it would take a lot.
Okay, that's a justification statement. Are all of you treating people like this as well? Do any of you other single mothers feel this way? Is this how you're treating them? Is this what you do to people as well? Is this why I'm on my own? Should I be on my own? Have I made it so that I'm on my own? Guys, come on.
Of work, a lot of effort. Is it worth it? Like,
Is the effort worth it? A lot of these people, effort is just showing up. Effort is just showing up. That's about as far as it'll go. The rest of it's you waiting on them and giving them supply. These are very dysfunctional, serial dysfunctional functioning people.
I guess so. I guess relationships are worth it. I don't know.
I guess so. This is how the covert female narcissist devalues you. Oh, do you want to go out on Friday night? Oh, I guess so. I don't know if it's worth. Oh, look, I might have to. And so what they do is they make you rise to try harder. And really what you should be doing is going, bye. I guess so. Some of the comments saying here is, one woman says, this is in her comments, you're animals, and then she's got in brackets, hello, we're your partners. Okay, so she's making out the animals are looking at her saying, hello, what are you talking like all this stuff about? We're your partners. Believe you me, this is like a covert emotional animal abuse, because a lot of these people use their animals for emotional supply. Now, I know animals comfort and all this sort of stuff, but this is a deliberate use of animals to cater to the dysfunction, the results of the dysfunction, which is loneliness and separation and an inability to keep a companion. So they use their animals, right? They get topped up. They top up their loneliness as far as they can with their animals and their children, right? That's why you'll never have a full relationship with a person like this. Another comment says, I'm 48 and I cannot even imagine sharing my home, my kids, my life with anyone again. So she's chucked the towel in. And one more comment says, funny how 20 years ago the dating pool was everyone and now it's the leftovers of the leftovers. And that's exactly what this woman is. I'm sorry. She's the leftovers of the leftovers. And I hope if you've got some value out of this, you'll subscribe to the channel and leave the comments. Leave something in the comments and give me a like, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.